Want ice? Okay, you should be all set.
Thank you, Diane.
You're welcome.
Good evening and welcome to the June 27th, 2023 Northborough Appropriations Committee meeting. Since we are meeting via Zoom, I have to read the governor's statement regarding Zoom meetings. After that, I'll just go around and make sure that everybody is connected, that you can be heard and hear, just to confirm that. Pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, an act relative to the extending certain COVID-19 measures, this meeting will be conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance by members of the public will be permitted. The order allows the Appropriations Committee to meet entirely remote so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. All members of the Appropriation Committee are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. Members of the public who wish to view the live stream of this meeting may do so by going to Northborough Remote Meetings on YouTube via the link listed on the agenda. This meeting will not feature public comment. Each vote taken this evening will be conducted by roll call vote. So when I call your name, just confirm. George Brankel?
Here.
Janice Height?
Here.
Bob D'Amico?
Here.
Scott Rogers?
Here.
And I am Tim Kalin. I am also here. Also joining us tonight is Jason Little, our Finance Director.
Present.
All right, so we are good. First item on the agenda this evening is the approval of the April 24th, 2023 meeting minutes.
Move to approve those minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? Since we're going by Zoom, we have to do a roll call vote. George Brankel,
Aye.
Janice Height,
Aye.
Bob D'Amico.
Aye.
Scott Rogers,
Abstain.
and Tim Kalin vote aye. Meeting minutes are approved. Second on our agenda tonight is approval of year-end transfers. Jason, do you want to just walk us through those quickly?
Oh, sure. I provided a memo for your packet. By way of stepping back 10 steps, I'll just mention, as we all know here, we cannot overexpend lines in our budget without legally without getting a transfer to cover them or some other provision. The exception for that is snow and ice, which we have a transfer here to cover. So we're not rolling forward the deficit, but I think everybody here knows that. I'm just mentioning it for background. So as it stands, the town's budget for legal services was $90,000. As you may recall, last year we went well above that by a $77,000 transfer was made to accommodate $167,000 of legal services that were paid for in the prior year. To date, we're projecting a lower amount, but it's still beyond $90,000 that we have budgeted. So right now we're holding legal bills. We can't legally pay the legal bill until we have a transfer in hand to cover it. So we've proposed a $30,000 transfer to cover June's estimated charges. So that should get us through the year without a deficit in the legal services line. The second transfer that we're proposing is a $17,000 transfer to the streetlights budget. As most people know and are dealing with, is increased electricity costs, and we're projecting $164,000 is needed for the streetlights to close the year in the positive. For reference, next year we've budgeted $165,000, so we're on target for what we've projected for the future with the $17,000 transfer. And then the third amount is the balance of what's in the appropriations reserve fund of $46,035. And that would be to transfer to snow and ice to cover the deficit there. And that's so that we're not rolling forward the $46,000 into the tax rate next year. And that's a remedy for the deficit in snow and ice. It would be legal to roll that forward. I'm prepared to answer any questions if you have any. So that concludes what I meant to present tonight.
Thank you, Jason. What is the bulk of the legal for?
Various charges. There's not one thing more than another. It's a reasonable question. It's just last year we had time to ask town council to put together a listing, and we had to pay them for it as well, but a listing of every case and what amount was paid over the course of the year. These are legal services that were provided. They've been reviewed, and it's people seeking legal counsel generally through the town administrator's office. So there's not one case of litigation in there. It's just general legal services that have been provided.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any questions? Hearing none. Is there a motion?
So moved.
We probably have to read the motion. I'll give that a go, Tim, if you want. So I move to approve the 3 Appropriations Committee Reserve Fund transfer requests totaling $93,035 as presented in the Finance Director's June 22, 2023 memo pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 6.
Second.
Moved by Scott, seconded by Bob. Any further discussion? All right, again, roll call vote. George Branco,
Aye.
Janice Height,
Aye.
Bob D'Amico.
Aye.
Scott Rogers,
Aye.
and I, Tim Kalen, vote aye. So the transfers passed unanimously.
Thank you, everybody.
No problem.
Does anybody have anything else to come before the committee this evening? How about a motion to adjourn?
I move that the committee adjourn.
Second.
Moved by Janice, second by Scott. Again, roll call vote. George Branco,
Aye.
Janice Height,
Aye.
Bob D'Amico.
Aye.
Scott Rogers.
Aye.
And I, Tim Kalen, vote aye. We are adjourned.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All
everybody.
right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.